Welcome to this morning's yoga flow session for happiness and joy. Thank you for joining me, and let's begin. Slowly walking to the front of our mats. Feet are planted firmly on the ground, lifting our arms up towards the sky, reaching up high. Inhale, exhaling, hands to heart center, prayer position. Reaching our hands up and out. Inhale. Neck falling back, looking up towards the ceiling, arching the spine. And exhale, slowly folding forward one vertebrae at a time. Neck is falling, hands meet the ground. Halfway lift, looking up towards that wall in front of us, arching the spine. And then we fall forward again. Relax the neck, release the back. Shaking the head out yes and no to further relax that neck. And feel that stretch. Bending our knees, slowly coming into chair pose. Squatting here, hips are back, arms are coming up high. Keeping your chest lifted, drawing that spine long. Hug your knees together and squeezing the buttocks. Hold this pose. Inhaling, coming out of it, and exhale, hands falling towards your sides. Inhale, arms up ahead. And exhale back into our forward fold. Walking out those knees while we're in this position just to warm up the legs. Neck is relaxed. Continue to walk the legs out. Coming into a standing forward bend twist. Right knee is bent, right hand planted, reaching left arm up as we twist and out. Chest is rotated out. Breathing in here. Lengthening and strengthening your spine, keeping your shoulders open. And other side. Left hand on the ground, right hand reaches, twisting and rotating. Left knee slightly bent, right foot straight. Feel the twist in your torso, relaxing your neck. And bringing that other hand to the front of the mat, forward fold, release. Coming into chair pose. Knees are deeply bent, hips are out behind you, squatting, arms reached up parallel alongside your head. Hold this pose here. And coming out of it, release, exhale, arms to sides. Good job. Coming to the center of our mats, let's take a deep breath in, arms up overhead. And exhale, fingers clasped as we fall to the right side, side bend stretch. Gazing soft, looking slightly up without holding any tension in the neck. Navel is pulled back towards your spine, hips are squared. And switch to the left side, feeling that beautiful stretch through the entire side of your abs. Grounding through all the four corners of the feet. And exhale, release. Now, stepping our feet wide, we'll be coming into wide-legged forward bend, planting them firmly on the mat. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, slowly falling forward. Arms are reaching, back is straight. hands in front of you on the mat. Halfway lift up and exhale. Hands come farther forward. Neck is released. Fold here. Your core is engaged. Your legs feel stretched. Palms are in line with the feet. Lengthening your spine as we come into a wide-legged forward twist. Right hand planted on the center of the mat. Left arm reaches up as we follow our gaze towards that hand, twisting through the spine, opening up the chest. And left arm comes down to meet the mat. Right arm lifts as we twist, opening up to the other side, gazing up again. This pose is great for strengthening and lengthening the body. It also aligns the spine, strengthens the legs, back, abdomen. Feel that stretch, and hands meet to the front of the mat. And let's go back into that forward fold as we bring our hands through to deepen that pose. Letting your neck completely hang, feeling gravity there. Grabbing our ankles is another variation if you'd like to try that. And as we gently just pull, just ever so gently, just feel the deepening of that stretch in the spine. Feel all your vertebrae just releasing. Breathe here. Halfway lift up, look up, and bring the feet together towards the center of our mat, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Beautiful. Lifting arms up, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Coming into our warrior sequence. Let's bring our feet back to the front of the mat. Another deep breath in, arms reached up overhead, back bends, arching the back, and windmilling those arms forward, falling, neck, forward fold. Halfway lift, looking up slightly, and let go. Neck completely releasing here. Left leg bent, right leg goes back as we engage our thighs, coming up into warrior one. Arms are engaged, parallel alongside your head. Fingers are spread. Your knee is at a 90-degree angle. Back foot is out at 45-degree angle. Feel the strength in your legs here as you hold this position. Breathing. Reaching our right forearm and twisting, putting it on our left bent knee as our right arm reaches out. This is just a gentle twist here. Holding this, wringing out the lower back and the digestive organs. And slowly sliding down to triangle. Left hand to your left shin. Right hand reaches up towards the sky. Turning your gaze upwards, ever so gently. Pressing into the outer back heel, turning your thigh outward. Feel that deepening stretch. And right hand meets the left at the front of our mat. As we bend the right leg, left leg is straight behind you on your toes in runner's lunge. A great hip flexor stretch. Pushing your hips forward, back straight. bringing your right knee slowly back to meet the left as we come into plank pose. Back is straight, abs are engaged, arms are strong here, and going down slowly into upward facing dog. Arms are strong, lifting through the hands. Body is off the mat. Drawing your shoulder blades in towards one another and down the back. Looking up if that's okay with you. Chest is open. Breathing in and letting our hips fall back into puppy pose, child's pose variation. Hips are high over your knees, pulling your front ribs in to lengthen your whole spine. Your hands and forearms are long on the mat. Feel how good this stretch feels. And coming forward, tucking the toes, and coming into our first downward dog. Coming into a V, reaching your tailbone up. Hands and shoulders are strong, hip width apart, walking the knees out here. Your spine is lengthened. Keep walking out those legs. And holding it here again. Breathe in. And exhale out the mouth. Relax. As we gaze towards the front wall, coming forward and hopping up to the front of our mat slowly. Halfway lift up, forward fold. And relax. Release that spine, release the neck. Hands to the mat. Coming back into chair pose. Bend those knees deeply. Feet are spread, hip width apart. Squatting lower this time. Arms raised high. Squeezing the buttocks, lengthening the tailbone. And coming out of that pose, deep breath in, looking up towards the sky, and exhale. Now switching sides to our other side of our mat. And deep breath in, reaching your hands tall, back arched, neck falling. Exhale, diving forward into forward fold, bowing our head, hands on the mat. Halfway lift up, arching your spine, head tall. And exhale, head completely letting go, feeling the steepening of the stretch in your hamstrings. Now coming into Warrior One, our left leg goes behind us, right leg bent, coming up. Warrior One, reach your arms high and tall. You are proud here. This pose is great for strengthening your shoulders, arms, legs, and ankles and back. Great for improving posture and balance. It's also very energizing to the entire body. And switching to that twist here, left arm over the right knee, right arm reaching, twist, looking up towards that arm. Coming back into triangle, right arm sliding down to your shin, left arm reaching tall, feeling the rotation in those hips. Chest is rotated out towards the ceiling. Neck is relaxed. Feel the stretch through the back of the thighs, holding this pose. The left hand slowly coming down to meet the right at the front of your mat, bowing your head. And into a hip flexor stretch, bend that knee. And Meet both feet at the back of the mat, coming into plank pose. Back is straight, arms are strong, lowering into chaturanga and upward facing dog, lifting through those arms, strong arms, thighs and calves, shins off the mat, toes are lifted, looking up. Hold this here, and releasing back into child's pose and into puppy pose. Breathing here, really focusing on deep breaths in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Lungs are expanding, breathing into the back, coming out of the pose and tucking those toes back into downward facing dog. Spine is lengthened, heels are towards the floor. Walk those legs out. Remember to draw the belly in. Benefits of this pose are stronger hands, wrists, lower back, hamstrings. Also good for back pain, stimulating blood circulation, and one of the best ones for just calming your mind, helping anxiety. Hold it and reach that left knee up high to the sky, and then slowly just let it fall to that back wall as you look towards that toe. Releasing the hips and the groin. And bringing that foot through to meet your hands at the front of the mat. Bending, back leg straight. Coming into our first warrior two pose. Left knee is bent at that 90-degree angle. Right leg is straight. Foot bent at 45-degree angle. Arms are parallel. Strong, lifted. Hold here. Reversing into reverse warrior pose. Left arm is stretched high above the head. And coming back into extended side angle pose. Left forearm resting on the knee, right arm is raised high above, letting it fall open as you gaze gently towards it. Make sure your right leg is straight and strong. Breathing here still. And slowly releasing out of that pose, back into half moon pose. So left leg is firmly planted. Slowly bend it so you can reach that hand to the ground. Try to lift the right leg as you reach and extend the right arm. It's a little tricky to get the balance pose here, but there we go. And reach here. Navel is moving towards the spine. Your core is engaged. Looking up at that hand, finding a point of balance. Light on your fingertips. Top leg is fully engaged and flexed. You're doing so good. Hold it. And breathe here. Feeling the strength through that left leg, and relax, release. Legs are up the back of our mats, going back into chaturanga, lowering into upward facing dog. Arching, arms are strong, really lifting here, feeling deeper into this one. Gazing softly at the ceiling. Tucking those toes and coming back into a quick child's pose, releasing those back muscles, and then up into downward facing dog. Breathing here. Heels are towards the floor. Relax your neck and coming back forward. Hopping to the front of our mat slowly, halfway lift, forward fold, breathing in and exhaling, dropping your neck to the ground, releasing into that forward fold. Slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time and inhaling, deep breath in, arms up overhead, and exhale, hands to heart center. Coming to the other side of our mat, deep breath in, arms reaching high, doing a full back bend here, letting your head fall back if you can, and arms diving slowly down to forward fold, hands at the front of our mat. Halfway lift, looking up, reaching through that spine, thighs engaged, and falling forward, completely letting go of that back. Left leg going back, right knee bent at that 90-degree angle, and we're going into the other side, warrior two, bending deeply on that right knee, arms are strong and lifted, chest is lifted. This pose is great for balance and stability, good for the knees and ankles, stretching the legs, developing awareness. Just an overall good pose. Reverse warrior, right arm reaches, falling back the opposite way. Feel that side stretch. And extended side angle, right forearm resting gently on the knee for support. Left arm reaching high towards the ceiling. This pose is great for building endurance and improving concentration. It's also just another really good side body stretch. Holding and releasing that pose. And going back into half moon pose on the other side. Right leg will be your stability. Right arm planted, and then reach up. Left arm to the ceiling, left leg is high. Keeping those thighs engaged, keeping your core flexed. Trying to relax the neck. Feel how good you are here in this balancing pose. Almost there. You're doing great. Breathing in and exhale, coming out of that pose, both hands to the mat, forward fold, release. Right leg coming back, left leg follows, plank pose, and chaturanga, lowering the chin to the mat, and upward facing dog. Breathing here, relaxed. And falling back, hips going back, child's pose. Child's pose is one of the best poses at nighttime. It's one of the best ones to help you get a great night's sleep if you do this before bed. It's also great for depression and bringing you happiness and positivity for your day. Feel how good this feels. And tucking your toes, lifting back into that downward facing dog once again. Walk out those legs once more. You should feel fully loosened up here. Nice and flexible. Breathe, relax. And keep walking out those feet. Holding downward dog. Strong legs, strong back. breathing here, relaxing, and looking slightly forward as we come into plank pose on our toes, straight back, and bringing in that left knee, and then right knee meets the left, halfway lifting, forward fold, and exhale, completely forward fold. Relax the neck. Let go from the hips up as we slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae until we reach the top of our heads. Deep breath in, lifting your arms up above your head, and exhale, bringing the shoulders in prayer position to our hearts. Deep breath in, reaching to the sky again, and exhale, slowly lowering to heart center. Now we will be adding in all of our Warrior Series poses and standing poses together, and we will be moving a little bit faster here, so just follow along with me. Feet are wide spread apart, arms are lifting up as left leg bends and right leg is straight into Warrior One. Remember that knee is bent at a 90-degree angle, back foot 45. Holding here, feeling strong. Keeping that knee bent as we rotate our torso to the wall into Warrior Two. Feeling strong here. And reverse warrior, right arm is reaching up high as you let it fall back to the wall. Feel the stretch through the side abdomen and bending that knee again into extended side angle. Left hand to left shin, right arm is outreached high, letting it fall open as the chest expands. Gaze up at the ceiling gently, keeping your neck as relaxed as can be. Breathing. And into triangle, sliding down, lifting that right hand high to the ceiling, left hand on your ankle, holding here, feeling deepening of the side stretch. And bending that knee, coming out of the pose, going into half moon. Left leg is firmly planted, left fingertips on the ground as we reach that right leg up very high. Right hand is lifted, feeling the balance, feeling the rotation of the chest, and coming slowly out of the pose. Good job. As we switch sides. Legs are widespread, reaching up, inhaling, arms up. Exhale, Warrior One. Right leg is bent, left leg straight. Arms are parallel to the sky, to your face. Shoulder width apart, fingers spread. Really bend down and feel the stretch and the strength of your thigh. Turning and rotating back outward into Warrior Two. Arms are parallel to one another. Feeling the strength through your arms. Energizing your entire body. Holding as we lift to Reverse Warrior. Reaching, stretching here. And coming into extended side angle. Letting that arm rest on the knee, reaching up high. Breathing here. And slowly sliding that right hand down to the right shin, reaching the left arm high as you feel that side twist again. Really, really releasing the obliques and all the abdominal muscles as well as the hips. Feel your breath expanding as you inhale through your lungs and exhale out the mouth. Coming out and back into half moon pose. Putting our right foot on the mat as we slowly bend. Right fingertips are also balancing as left arm and left leg lifts high. This is a challenging pose, so it's okay to wobble. Try to just feel the strength through that leg. The standing leg is your support system and your roots. Feel balanced here. Breathing, remembering to inhale and coming out. And legs wide again. Breathe in, arms windmilling up high. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold again, slowly coming down. Feeling your hips release as the back also releases. You can inch your fingertips forward a little here if you want. Otherwise, whatever is comfortable, just hold here. Grabbing the ankles if you'd like to deepen it. And let the neck completely relax as we gently give a little pull, decompressing all the muscles around the vertebrae and the spine. Feel how good that feels. And hands to the center of the mat as we do that twist once more we did in the beginning. One arm in the center, other arm lifting up, gaze is following, twisting through the hips. Chest feels open here. Tailbone is tucked slightly. And switching arms here. Keeping your weight forward so your hips and ankles stay in line. Drawing energy up through your feet. Reaching and gazing up towards that hand. And bringing them both to the mat flat to rest here. And if you want to just slowly fall to the ground, however way you want to get there. And we're just going to start with a nice cool down. So starting on our knees, about hip width apart, we're going to go into camel pose. Hands are gently on the lower back for support as the hips push forward and torso and back. Gently arching back. Neck is relaxed, letting the head fall back as well if that's okay with you. Chest is lifted. Breathing here. And coming out of the pose and going into a deeper variant, full camel pose. Right hand gently placed on the right ankle, left hand gently on the left ankle. Really open up through the chest here as you completely arch back, completely let go of the head if you can. Really feel how good that feels. Chest openers are great for breathing, lung health, and general relaxation. Hold it here just another moment longer. And gentle with yourself coming out of the pose. Keeping our feet about hip width apart and our knees, let's slowly sit our glutes to the ground, going into reclined hero pose. This is a deep hip flexor stretch. Gently elbows on the ground, leaning back, slowly inching yourself forward until you're comfortable enough to just release, relax the back, shoulders on the floor, arms are on the floor, outspread above your head. This one should feel so good for your entire back. Your entire body is stretching here. Trying to breathe through the diaphragm. really focusing on relaxing that breath. Stay here just another minute. Relax. And back to our elbows. Into fish pose. Forearms are resting alongside the body, or if you want to just tuck them right under your hips, legs are reaching out straight in front of you, long. Really focus on your chest broadening with your sternum pushing upwards, raising the back of the mat as your head is gently falling, just like camel pose. Legs are together, they're engaged. Slight inward rotation of your thighs. Shoulder blades are drawing in so your chest is opened. Breathing, relaxing. And one moment more, hold it, and release. Bringing those knees up, feet on the floor, and slowly lowering down to the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Going into bridge pose, slowly tucking the pelvis, rolling up one vertebrae at a time until your neck is the last one. Feeling your feet strong, feeling the tops of your thighs, pelvis lifting up, chest is lifted, back of the neck is on the mat, and releasing out of that pose slowly, one vertebrae at a time again, until your glutes are on the mat. Lifting up once more, going into supported bridge pose, lifting up strong as high as you can, hands gently supporting, resting under the lower back, elbows strong. Let go. Let go slightly of the lower back. Feel the release. Knees are in line with the hips and coming out of the pose. Good job. Tucking your chin, knees together, grabbing on those knees. Let's just roll side to side here. Giving yourself a gentle massage. Feeling it in the hips and the lower back, how good it feels. Just roll right to left, right to left. And now we'll be rolling like a ball, bringing your legs, keeping them towards the chest. And we're going to use our abs as we roll ourselves up, hands behind the knees. And exhale, rolling back. Inhale, using your abs, feeling your strength to balance, holding up here, and continue. Eyes looking downward and inwards. And again. Slowly rolling back up, feeling how strong your abs feel. Fully engaged. Good job. Coming into a seated wide-legged stretch. We're going to open our legs up as wide as we can. Feet are slightly flexed. Inhaling, arms up, and right hand reaching towards that right toe. Left hand is arched, reaching back, really rotating. Chest is open. Feeling like you can breathe better. And switch sides as our left hand slowly slides down that leg. Past the toe if you can. Shin is fine too. And reaching the opposite arm up. This is great for toning the abs, really strengthening the back. And coming out. going into wide angle seated forward bend, keeping our legs spread wide, reaching out, inhaling, arms up, exhale, hands to the front of our mats as we inch ourselves forward, elbows on the ground. You can stay here if you'd like, or you can just let your forearms and arms drop. Head on the ground, relaxing. Feel how relaxing this inversion is. You should just be feeling your breath slow here. A sense of calm is coming into your brain. Feeling peaceful. Feeling the stretch through the groin and the inner thighs. Giving all those muscles some TLC. Slowly coming out as we lift up once more. And releasing out of that pose. And coming onto our knees and hands into cat-cow stretch. Knees are hip-width apart. Arms are strong. Arch that spine going into cat. Eyes are looking gently up. And tucking the neck. Hollowing out the spine, tucking the pelvis. Cow pose. Hold here. Going back into cat. Feeling how strong your spine is. And tucking everything, hollowing it out, dropping the neck, looking through those legs, and back to cat. And cow pose. Breathing, exhaling. Inhale, cat, look up, arching your hips out. And exhale, release. Back into the last downward dog. Really feel that V-line as your hips and tailbone feel like they're being pulled towards the ceiling. There's a lot of power and strength through your hands, through your forearms, as you're pushing out of your hands. Heels are gently off the mat, feeling your legs engaged here. And to our knees, drop down. And coming back into one last child's pose before a seated meditation. Here I just want you to focus on really breathing through your back. Deep diaphragmatic breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Keep breathing here, holding it. Continuing to relax and release. You earn this pose. And slowly come out. Back is arched. And sitting on our mats into a simple cross-legged pose. Ankles can go on top of the knees if this feels okay for you. Spine is straight. Gaze is straight. Resting our hands gently on our knees. Going into a quick seated meditation here. I want you to be proud and think of everything you've accomplished today. I want you to take in a deep breath, in through your diaphragm, in through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Breathing in, feeling the lungs expanding like a balloon. Breathing out, feeling a sense of letting go, balloon deflating. Breathing in, you feel the body getting fuller and fuller. Breathing out, feeling the release of any tension you've been holding on to. Breathing in, feeling alive and awake. Breathing out, feeling your muscles completely relaxing. Breathing in, feeling a sense of fullness and joy and wonder. Breathe out all that tension you've been holding on to lately. And breathing in, arms are reaching up again towards the sky. And slowly exhaling, hands are coming back to heart center, bowing down. Inhale, arms reaching, very strong, very tall, looking up towards the ceiling. Exhaling, drawing that energy that you created today into your chest, into your body. One more inhale, really reach your highest here. And exhale, deflating that balloon, deflating the tension. Hands to prayer. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you continue to come back. Namaste.